Hello and welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the life path reading for life path number 2. So twos, partnerships, cooperation, love. Maybe you're in a relationship, but just being a 2 reveals that relationships in this life are going to be significant. And those are relationships of all kinds. But because of the energy that you possess, you have an opportunity to just really perfect yourself through balancing, out opposite another, right? And so you can be reclusive where you avoid relationships, or you can be cooperative where you embrace them and you're open to them and, they don't give you the heebie jeebies. So, first card out, we have adventures. All right. So, I think this is just so fun and beautiful. This is a time where you can expect to smile. You can expect to be amazed. You can be in awe about what you're going to experience and be a part of. We have power. And so the adventures that you will embark on are going to really reveal the power, the potential that you pack in simply being you, right? These adventures are going to require that you operate in your highest power. These adventures are going to bring you power, reveal power. But nonetheless, fulfillment. Look at this. And so we have the moon in the background, and then we have this peach that has ripened and is ready to be picked and savored. And so, twos, this is beautiful already, but the core is about understanding your full potential and ability, right? And so when you see life as an adventure and when you allow the experiences of life to enhance you, they do. And you expand and you elevate. And in doing that, you attract whatever fulfillment means to you. And I feel like this is a period where things have ripened. I feel like you have worked and you are reaching the moment when you can take this peach, whatever that fulfillment means for you. It is here, it has arrived. And it is going to power you up. It is going to amp you up, elevate you. This is just it seems like, you know, a continuous cycle of energetic elevation. Bottom, we have healing chaos. Now this tornado has butterflies coming out of it. And so I think this talks about how beautiful change can be, even when scary, even when uncomfortable, because when this storm settles, when this passes, the transformation of who you are and what you've become is going to be unreal, right? It's going to be something, you know, that maybe you couldn't have imagined. So twos, change is not always comfortable, but if we can see all life's experiences as little adventures to advance us and to bring us closer to what we desire, maybe we can, through that awareness, get through it and allow this transformation to really beautify us in the way it should. Bottom of this deck, we have the dreamer. A new start. Trust yourself. Push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. So this healing chaos, whatever the storms have been, currently are in life, it's passing. And when the storm clears, when the sky is full of sun and clouds and birds, and when it seems like the storm never even happened, you have the ability to take a leap of faith, a new start. You can begin again with the guidance and assistance of the angels. Maybe there's someone else that you can count on. Dogs represent love, heart, and loyalty. But nonetheless, this is about you being loyal to you. And so if this is a journey, although you're a two and you do well in relationships and unions and partnerships of all kinds, maybe this is the relationship. This is the moment where the relationship is really about you because you are going through a transformation. So we have stand up for yourself and your beliefs, have confidence, challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. And so we talked about looking at life's experiences as adventures. And so in whatever your most recent experience has been, you are called to step into the energy of the Seven of Wands, to really use to anything that pushes against you, anything that kind of rubs you the wrong way. It's okay to voice, you know, what you believe, what you identify with. It's okay to protect yourself. This is kind of a defensive energy, but it's not through disrespect, but it's through your confidence and just making yourself known, right? And not being afraid to be you. Um, but not doing this so much that we are known to just ruffle people's feathers and to leave a bad taste in people's mouth. But it's really choosing when it's appropriate to sit back, but then when it's appropriate to step forward. That's that discernment, that's that intuition. Um, but it's really in our ability to engage with life and to not shy away from the experiences that don't seem fun and pleasant, right? If we can see the good, the bad, the high, the low, if we can see all of that as being for our best, our highest good, um, then we can be a better role player in how we show up in our own life. So beneath the Seven of Wands, we have the Two of Swords. And so this is the energy of being at a crossroads, right? This is being unable or unwilling to make a decision. There's something else that maybe we're feeling like we need to know that we don't know. Maybe we're hesitant just because we're afraid of where this decision will lead us. You know, it says follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. So as a two, we talked about you in partnerships with others, right? But we also said you have to stand up for yourselves and your beliefs. And so if you're at a situation in life, you are learning your power because you're in a position where you need to make a decision that is true for you. And if it leads to chaos, or that is your fear, this chaos is necessary because it's healing. Maybe it's healing for you, also for others. But this is healing you by showing you the power and the strength that you have. And so this current space in life is calling you to choose your battles wisely, but don't shy away from challenges that require you to go against the grain. Under the Two of Swords, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And so this is about work. This is about focus. This is about really being able to do what brings us joy. It's also about investment, right? If I love to do this, then I'm going to learn as much as I can about it because it means something to me. It's important to me, right? This could be about going back to school, taking a seminar, finding a mentor, attention to detail. It's skilled work that you love. And so we have this with fulfillment. And so this is about stepping into your power and going after your fulfillment. And this is a new start. This new start is because you're standing in an essence of yourself that maybe you haven't been in before. Maybe others have not dominated or controlled you, but maybe out of your own wanting to keep the peace and to keep things balanced, have sometimes decided or chosen not to speak your truth, or make yourself known. All right, we've got one more card, and then we'll begin at the center of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. At the center of the deck, the overall energy is the Chariot. So you are going forward. Like this is happening. King of Swords at the bottom of the... You're going forward. That's what the chariot represents. The two sphinxes, dark and light. No matter what is to come, you are going forward. Progress is happening. There's no turning back. And so this is really about crossing a threshold, and accepting and embracing all that's to come. And this is what happens when you stand and step in your power. You propel yourself forward into a newness that maybe you didn't know you were prepared for. So, what put you to this place? What brought you to this momentum, this change, this travel, this shift in energy? We have the Tower. And so the Tower talks about we established something or we built something that was false, right? And so anything that is not built on stable foundation isn't going to last. When a storm comes, when anything tests it, the integrity of it will prove that it can't withstand force. It can't withstand something. And so thinking about you being in your own power, I think when we're in relationships with others, but we're dulling ourselves down to accommodate, or we're just turning ourselves off, or we're just not being our authentic self, that's not those things crumble, right? And so sometimes, in order to heal the aspects of us that have made us not step into our full potential, things have to crumble around us until we are so tired that we have no choice except but to step up and decide how to approach, how to bring change, how to follow our heart, and how to go after the things that are really fulfilling to us, right? So after many towers, that becomes motivation. So towers are not bad. Towers are motivation. They are fuel, right? And in this experience, the towers have propelled you into the chariot. They have put you into this space of stepping into your power. And in healing, you are also healing from all the chaos that took place when those towers collapsed in life, right? And so twice we have Two of Swords, Two of Swords. So this is confirmation that this is about you having mental clarity and making a decision. What are you deciding about? Above the Two of Swords, we have the Two of Cups. Is there a relationship that has put you in this space of not being able to see things clearly? Is there a relationship that has put you in a space of not being your authentic self? Did you build a relationship with a tower in mind, meaning, you weren't really being your whole total self? So what is this Two of Cups? What does this relationship? Is this really someone else? Is this really a connection? Is this, is this something? Are you not making a decision because you don't want to damage a connection that you have, or you're considering someone else? And I think that's when Spirit is saying that you have to follow your own heart instead of making others happy. And sometimes towers are necessary, because if we're not going to be authentically us, then we're really never going to be fulfilled. We can only operate in our authentic self to get the best version and the purest aspect of the life that is meant for us, right? And so this is the moment where we determine what relationships are we going to engage in, which ones are we not, and how are we going to be in them. The Chariot talks about moving forward in our own strength. And this came after a period of being in the Eight of Swords, being trapped, not knowing the potential and the possibility of maybe what this connection, what this relationship could bring us, or what relationships could just represent to us in general, right? Relationships are unique to you because you're two, but in the event you're not in one, it even independently, you can make yourself a great partner by being that in your own life, right? And so this is being trapped. This is thinking that you can't progress, thinking that you can't grow, thinking that you can't go on, you can't move forward. But I think that when you come out of this mental prison that you've put yourself in with these false thoughts, this is when you get in the chariot and move forward. But this is when you really get to see that all the experience that have come to you, they weren't to trap you. They weren't to take away your power. They weren't to keep you stuck. They were adventures for your growth. They were adventures that were maybe bringing you to connections that were pure and most authentic for who you are. In relationships, this is when spirit is saying, listen, you have power. Like, stop thinking that you're trapped, you're powerless. You have to stand up for yourself in connections that appear to try to take away your power. We have the broken heart. So what is stopping you from making this decision is because in the past you've dealt with pain. You've dealt with betrayal and loss, right? And so maybe you've had false beliefs about who you are or what you can have or what you attract. But those heartbreaks really put you into this moment of getting into this chariot and your power and going forward. This is what taught you how to stand up for yourself in connections. This tower, above the tower, we have the 9 of swords, and this is like losing sleep. This is being in our head. This is just knowing that the worst is here. This is not going to work out. Everything is awful. It's terrible, But then this is when spirit is saying that the energy of the King of Swords, this is somebody who's like calm and cool, logical, rational, right? They know when to drop the sword and they know when to hold. And so this is about really collecting your thoughts after chaos has come, right? When we're going through this moment of healing, we can't assume that the worst is yet to come, because then we're refusing to take accountability and to step in and to be an active player in our own life. And so it is when we're in the energy of the King of Swords that we're calm, that we can be rational and reflective. And instead of being in a prison, we can jump in the chariot and we can say, okay, when I make this decision, this is how I'm going to move forward in connections, or this connection, or whatever this 2 of Cups is. But this is about you learning how to move forward in your strength. Beneath the chariot, we have the 5 of Cups, and this is about being stuck on what was, so much so that we don't even know that there's a possibility for newness available to us, right? And so this is the healing chaos. This is realizing that fulfillment is ours. Every heartbreak is a ripening. Every heartbreak gets you closer to the one that doesn't break the heart, right? Every one is necessary because it grooms us for the one that won't treat us that way, if it's about love. But it teaches us how to love ourselves, right? Every heartbreak we endure is really getting us closer to understanding the love that we most desire and need and want to see in our life. But if we only pay attention to what failed us and we don't turn around and say, I'm going to walk in my power and go after what's available, what's being offered to me, or the potential of what's to come, then there's no growth, there's no advancement, right? And so spirit is saying your fulfillment comes when you have the ability to turn around and address anything that has caused you pain, so much so that it's hard for you to make decisions in life. And right now we have, learning. This 8 of Pentacles is about work. You also have the 10 of Pentacles. So this new beginning that you are going on, you're dreaming, you're creating what you desire, right? And the 10 of Pentacles is a part of your dream: abundance, prosperity, community, right? Just wealth, just wealth and health and partnership and stability and progress, prosperity. Like, this is what you desire. So when you set off on this new start, right, you have to be able to dream this 10 of Pentacles dream. But if we're stuck looking at what didn't bring us to the 10 of Pentacles, then we're never going to realize the opportunities available to us. And so spirit is saying that with work, focus, attention, and with following a healed heart, not a broken heart, right? We have to heal our heart to really understand the passions that are hidden within it. But this is about a new start, right? This is about dreaming about the most abundant life we can have, realizing that fulfillment is just 2 steps behind us, right? As soon as we decide not to pay attention to what failed us. And listen, healing takes work. But through focusing on what we love to do, through putting our energy into us, investing into us, our heart, our passions, this will bring us the 10 of Pentacles, and it will also heal us as we learn to walk in our power and make choices that are true to who we are authentically, especially operating with others. All right, twos, I'm hoping this was beneficial. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.